Videos live.
Welcome, challengers, to Battleground of the Gods, a Smite podcast. I am your host, Dep Nation, and joining me today we have Fro-linktr.ee,
What's up, everybody?
and that's it. Two of us. Yeah. OG
All
group,
right.
OG group, OG group.
Yep.
Yeah,
Are you wearing a plain t-shirt
yeah,
with absolutely no design on it whatsoever?
yeah.
So am I. Just
Hell yeah.
regular blue.
Well, I
God
mean, like,
damn,
there's a
dude.
bit of mesh at the back here. Like, this is kind of like air
No,
pocket, like
no.
it's an
Stop,
exercise
stop.
shirt.
We're old. We're old.
Okay. That's most of my gym shirts is just plain, like it's a flat color. That's it.
Work shirt.
Yeah. But it's supposed to be a lovely day today, so why don't we get through this recording? Fro-linktr.ee, how are your games?
I didn't really play any Smite this week at all.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
It, edit,
So
Fro-linktr.ee. I played so much
I
Smite.
played so much Smite. Yeah, so I just had a busy week. It was.
Yeah.
I didn't end up streaming at all, except for on last Sunday. Um, but they're not doing cooldowns runneth over right now because we have Clash.
Mm-hmm.
So played
Yeah.
Assault.
Yeah.
I'm very unimpressed with Smite this week because of that. That and I just like I said, I've been busy, so I didn't get a chance to really play throughout the rest of the week.
Fair
How
enough.
about you, Deb?
I mean, well, it sounds like you had a Clash game. How'd that go?
I didn't play Clash.
Oh, you just didn't play it. Okay.
Oh, I just didn't know. Fuck that
You
game, though.
mentioned it. I thought, oh, you went into it. Okay.
No, I mentioned it because it took away my MOTD. We bitched about this last time they did it with
Yeah.
the fucking.
I hate that they do it. It's on Sunday. It's like, come on,
Well, it's the
do it
weekend.
Saturday. Like, yeah. Well,
It was the whole weekend. But my thing is,
that's even worse. Do it during the week.
when they had old adventures, they didn't. Adventures had their own queue. They didn't replace anything.
Right.
Why are you replacing my MOTD?
Yeah. All the maps are still in the game. Like all of the, like the corrupted arena, like those maps are still in the game. So it's not like it's a game size thing. So
I mean, Clash might not have been, but
yeah,
I
I'm
don't
not
see
sure.
why adding
Clash
Clash
or
would make it
Siege.
so you
Yeah.
have to remove MOTD. Why can't it just be its own
Right.
queue?
Yeah. I don't know, Fro. I don't know. If I knew, I'd know, you know? But what I do know is I played actually quite a bit of Smite this week. Um Me and one of my IRL buds are getting my other IRL bud into Smite. I think last week his account was level 18. This week he's level 23, so we're getting him up there. But because of that, we found that if I tried to queue on Dep Nation, we had like 8-minute joust queues, even though we were a full party. Um, and so I've been playing on Dep Town to just like get us faster queue times, and it seems to be working. Like joust queues are around 3 minutes.
Good smurfing.
So
Good smurfing.
good smurfing, getting those faster queues, helping him learn because he's just now getting into where he's like starting to build some of the gods he knows, but like still for the most part auto buy, auto level. Like
It kills me.
yeah.
People's different skill level and knowledge levels, like, and I guess not even necessarily levels, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they're not like a level because it's not like the amount that they know. It's what
Right.
some people will know that surprises me. Like there are legitimately people out there like Backlash. We use Backlash for example. The
Mm-hmm.
dude is a multi-star Neath, right?
Mm-hmm.
And has yet to play other gods. Like there's literally gods he hasn't played. Has hundreds of games on one god. Hasn't even
Yeah.
played some other gods. It's been out just damn near as long.
Yeah, my bud
And
that's been playing longer, he's kind of the same way. He's got like 5 stars on Cerberus. And I'm like, I haven't played any god that much. And I've been
right.
playing for like 2 years longer than you. Like not 2 years, but like a more consistently, I would say.
Well, then there's also like there's some people they just do not know items at all. Like not a
Yeah.
fucking bit of what items do. Then there's other people who like they know the items, but they couldn't tell you what any of the gods do.
Different
It's just
gods. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
crazy people's
Well, and
different
that's the thing.
knowledge
It's like
levels.
there's over like what, 120 gods now. And like how many fucking items are there? Right? Like knowledge is like the
Good
barrier to
question. There's like
entry
30 items
of
at least.
Smite. There's at least 30.
I don't want to count
Well,
now.
because you got the fist damage, you got the magical damage, and then you've also got all defensive items, right? And then the starter items, the starter items are like 30.
You're not fucking wrong. If you're gonna count both upgrades,
Yeah. So, and then knowing which ones are better, and then knowing which ones are better into certain situations,
got certain
and
gods.
knowing not only knowing gods, but knowing god matchups, and then knowing like, well, okay, they've got a lot of movement. I might need to get like Gem of Iso to slow them down, or something like that, right?
Or they have a lot of movement. I might want to grab a Charon's coin, so I have a little bit too.
Yeah, gain more movement speed, right? And Doom Orb, or my buddy, he's like, Doom Orb, that stacks, right? And I'm like, not really. Like it's it can
Kind
get
of.
stacks, but they're not permanent stacks. But then
I
also Joust, it's like, fuck, we're fighting for stacks. Like, like you know, don't always go a stacking item in Joust.
here
That's
what you
the
do is you
time.
have your mage. Mage is going for
Mm-hmm.
either warlocks or Thoth, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have your hunter grab Soul Eater, and your support grab Thebes. Good. You're all
Yeah,
stacking.
you're all stacking, but really only the mage needs it. Yeah.
And on top of that, you make your support Ganesh.
Now, see, it's tricky because my one buddy, like, he's fairly competent at the game, right? And my other guy, he's just starting out, and they're both Xboxers, and I'm on PC, and so we're technically like able to queue into PC people, and so I always try to have them be the same damage type, just so it balances out whatever I'm on. Like, I'll choose the other damage type, but like me going like a tanky frontliner, and if they're both like range damage, it's gonna be a more difficult game than because like they still
It
want to
don't
win and stuff, and I want to try
unless
to
you're
win
in
for
ranked,
them.
by the way, it doesn't separate the queues anymore. It doesn't
No, that's
separate.
what I'm saying. Like they could be matched up against mouse and keyboard people.
Yeah.
Right.
Unless it's ranked, you always run that chance.
Yeah. Well, you know how it is though. When we used to play controller, like your play styles are different with different gods because of how their abilities are.
Oh yeah, no, I feel you on that.
Yeah. So, um,
Not gonna lie,
and
this
we
sun's
found if
real fucking annoying. It's like right in my eye.
I see that, yeah,
I'm like trying to like
that's
find a
you gotta
sweet
like
spot.
lean forward just enough. Yeah. Um, I will say, if we lose a couple games, I will play Marticarus, and when I play Marticarus, we win.
I don't find
He's
him
so
fun.
he's he can combo well. I dislike how easily he can be body blocked as a hunter. He's got a very large character model for a hunter, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we can agree on that. And that's, I think, the most frustrating part about him. That,
When you're
and shoot,
playing
even
him,
when you're playing him, right? playing against him, how long that fucking ult lasts.
How quick it
Jesus.
is too.
What do you mean? Oh, like short cooldown?
No, he just like he's up in the air.
Oh yeah, no, instant launch, right? Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So
there's a lot of frustration factors when it comes to Marty.
yeah.
His instant burst. Burst is just super fast.
Yeah.
Especially compared to other hunters. Um, there's not much you can do about that.
No.
And the fact that he just goes up in the air so fast.
Yep. And the inherent lifesteal, like his passive, kind of wild. Kind of wild. It's a crazy time.
Yeah, he's a
I'm
pretty
trying
good
to think.
example of some stat bloat that happened.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And they haven't done anything about it. I think that's the biggest qualm.
Well, they
You know.
keep doing little touches because they don't want to like nerf him into the ground or whatever. But
Yeah. I mean, like, nerf him in the ground. And, like, there's other gods that deserve a chance again. Well, I guess it's still his season. Wait till season 11. Nerf him into the ground. Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know, man.
You don't know?
I don't think we need to nerf him into the ground. But
Mm-hmm.
he there's certain aspects that aren't being touched that really should be.
Okay.
Like his burst and his shred on his ult. That's something that goes underlooked. His ult
Mm-hmm.
shreds, which then increases the damage from his ult.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
needs to be nerfed.
Agree. He feels strong. Some a god that felt strong, but we managed to lose both games I picked them. Persephone. I did ridiculous amounts of damage on the Joust map. Um, the first game they had a Bacchus, and the Bacchus made his whole objective to target that Persephone and make sure she dies. And oh boy, let me tell you, like the jump and the burp, it's like I could dodge a couple of them, but like fuck me trying to like set up my combo, like being able to leap the plants and do shit like that. Um, they also had a Neath and a Baron, so then like the weaves on the ground started becoming a problem, and then the Baron could just give you all the old suckaroony. Um, so that was one game, and then the other game, oh boy, they had a Nox, was just it screwed over my one buddy because like he's still like he's not great to begin with, but then also like having a silence field and like he's still like autoing minions, but he's like I can't use my abilities. You know, like he doesn't quite get it. There was a disconnect there, and then they had a Chalk who also silences you, and that was fun. And then they had the Set. Oh boy, this Set, he was blinking over walls to like having both minions up, comboing you with his one, and then my buddy underneath, he would backflip, and oh, he
Just teleport right to you.
just teleport right to you. Yeah.
And your buddy has no idea how the fuck that's happening.
No, he really doesn't. He's like he appeared out of nowhere, and then he just teleported right to me. Like he it was a
Especially, have
time.
they
And
fixed the set bug where you
I
can
don't think they
teleport
have.
twice?
It could have been that guy was abusing it, and I just didn't notice it.
Well, you can actually teleport 3 times if I remember correctly.
Yeah, but the guy was like he'd like lurk in the jungle once he had full build, and like he just started steamrolling us.
Can we touch on this real quickly?
Okay.
There was a streamer and YouTuber who released a video on how to exploit the set bug.
Okay.
Right? And was apparently told by an Olympian that it's okay that he abused the bug and then B was telling people how to abuse the bug.
Hmm.
It's not true. Not okay.
Right.
You're not allowed to do that. It's a bannable offense if you are
Mm-hmm.
intentionally abusing a bug. It's one thing for a bug to happen to you. It's another, excuse me, to pick a certain god over and over in ranked and on your stream and then make a YouTube video on how to exploit the bug.
Yeah.
Clear difference between the two examples I just said.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, thought that was ironic.
Yep.
Especially since it's the same person who was known to exploit the Arachne bug when that was happening on the
Mm.
old adjustment or on the old conquest map.
What was the arachne bug?
You could use her spiders to bloody block the Gold Fury,
Oh.
and
Give
they,
the Gold Fury a longer attack range.
yeah, honestly,
You know.
not not only longer one, make it a cleave.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, Gold Fury doesn't really do much, anyways. I think they should kind of beef it.
Uh, I don't know. It's okay because like you can't tank it for too long, right? Like the damage does creep up on you. I think late game, but then does Gold Fury really matter? Late game, right? So
I guess it might do damage. I've only ever noticed it when I'm the assassin trying to tank it.
yeah, I think it's got a shred on it, if I'm not mistaken. So um, I think we're good. I think the Gold Fury's fine. They did the change up last 2 seasons ago with the different types of Gold Furies.
Oh, they added the different types of Gold Furies like 4 years ago, Dep.
Was it 4? Fuck.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Oh
It
shit.
was
Bro, my
like
my
it was
back
like two
hurts.
maps ago.
Oh shit. Oh, I'm old. We're old, bro.
I'm just
Fuck.
there's no design on
Yeah.
your T-shirt.
There's no design. Might be the episode name. There's no design on my t-shirt. Oh man.
Oh, I forget what I named last episode, but it made me chuckle.
I'll look in the posting, the announcements. COD lobbies.
Yeah, that's what it was. COD lobbies.
Yeah. Yeah, we have some good ones somewhere along the line.
I think
You know,
probably one
but,
of my favorite episode titles,
uh-huh.
because this was so meta that nobody except for like two people would get it. Right?
Okay.
The episode title, "You Wouldn't Download a Car." Right?
Yeah.
Because that didn't come from anything at all on the episode. Right? Well, it
Okay.
partially did. It actually came from when I was editing. I was editing in the Discord, and there was like three people with me, and
Uh-huh.
we made a joke about something that was said on the podcast while I was editing. That
Oh,
turned
it was like
into
a
us.
deep cut.
Yeah,
It
that
was
turned into yeah me being like, well, you wouldn't steal a car or you wouldn't download a car, and then that
mm,
became the episode title. So it's like I'm like only the three people who was editing would be like, okay, I get that.
yeah.
But I thought it was like funny enough and broad enough where people would be like, all right, I get the reference,
Yeah.
but not get the reason.
Heck yeah, man. Um, so I'd say that's been the majority of my games, just kind of grouping up with the buds, slowly helping one figure out. And my other buddy, gosh, he's guilty of he'll be asking me what to build. And it's like, I'm in lane fighting the enemy team, man. You can't be asking me what to build while I'm like, like I've got the focus on. Like, I hate to, like, game blindness, totally a thing that happens to me. If I'm in a team fight, fuck, I might as well be deaf. Like, I can't hear with any like good reason anything that's going on.
I want to touch on that. I want to add
Yeah.
to that.
Okay.
If you are wanting an opinion on what to build, you know when is the worst fucking time to ask? As soon as we load in and I pop open the item menu and I myself am trying to sort through the store on what the fuck I want to build. Because
Yeah.
now here I am trying to like type and search for shit that I want
Mm-hmm.
while also trying to like mentally tell you what you need. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
thinking specifically for like cooldowns runneth over, right? When you're like trying to do full builds. And I'm over here trying to do like 40 chests in my head with like the most awesome build, even though I just copy paste the same build 90% of the time, anyways.
Right.
Uh,
Right.
and then someone's always like, well, what do I build? Dude, we've been in a fucking loading screen for 2.5 minutes. Ask me then. Like, the
Yeah.
enemies haven't changed. You don't know what they're building, like, at either time, once we're in the fucking fountain or in the loading screen. So nothing changed. Just ask me then. Ask
Mm-hmm.
me when we're fucking making jokes about dumb shit. Don't wait until I'm literally in the middle of making my build. Because you know what? My dumbass forgot to think about what I wanted to fucking to begin with anyway. So I'm in the same
Yeah.
situation you are. Except now I'm doing two builds.
Oh yeah. It's tough. It's tough stuff. And well, like so with them being on the box, I'm always like, get max cooldown. Max cooldown's going to let you throw your abilities more. Even if you're not hitting all of them, you'll get them up faster in rotation. You
Yeah,
can
you hit
just
him
use
with the
them
Nikki
more.
Six logic. I get you.
Eh. And so,
I'm
like,
sorry. The time he argued with me about what was it, Osiris and Bologna needed 40%. It's like,
no, not really. Um, Both of those gods you want to be hitting autos, and Osiris cooldowns are already so low. Like, that's dumb.
yeah, both of those guys are like good at skating at 20. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, like it's like if an item's good and it happens to have cooldown, you're not gonna sweat it. Like it's not a it's not a big deal if it does or doesn't. Um it's like Glad Shield. Glad Shield's got 10%
Well,
cooldown.
yeah, that's why I said
It
20 because I'm thinking like you pick up a
yeah.
glide shield and a shoguns on both, and like you're good.
Yeah. Um so it's like, I'm like, get Chronos Pendant. Get like and it's weird. Have you know I could build starters in Joust now, which I didn't think you used to be able to. Have you noticed that?
Thought they removed that. They add it back.
I've I've had it for like the past like 2 weeks.
Maybe they added it back, but I'm pretty sure they removed
I think
starters from Joust because I heard that and I thought it was kind of
I
dumb.
think some starters are removed. I don't think it has the full pool.
I know, which I think is dumb. They removed benevolence a while back
The
ago.
support starters.
Yeah,
I think that's what's some of them
I think they
some of them
removed
are missing.
axe as well because there's something about like being able to stack axes on somebody. Or like
Yeah.
if you just everyone targeted someone with an axe early game, it took health or
I
something.
actually
But
think I saw X. X was available. Um, so I don't know, but I could get starters again. I don't know if that's a known issue or not. Hey, Olympian listeners, let us know for all
I'm
the
just so
Olympians
curious
that listen
why.
to the longest running Smite podcast.
Just
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I don't get why. I really don't get why. Why are they doing all this stuff to make the game modes feel so different?
Well, I will say, um, it's almost a detriment. The gold spooling, you get to a max build faster than building a starter item. You know what I'm saying?
I get that. I get that. But okay, so what the ones that give you gold, I can understand maybe cutting back a little bit. But seems like you would be able to either change that item for that mode instead of just removing it, because like they're still valuable. Like they're still like I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it is just better that they're gone. So I'm trying to think things like Sentinel's Embrace, right? But on the same
Yeah.
hand, like that's also super strong because it's meant to be split like 4 ways or whatever, and like you're only ever gonna split it 3 ways.
Yeah.
I guess the benevolence, like I could see how some of them are a little frustrating, but I don't know.
Yeah. Cranks up the team sustain to 11, you know. But yeah, I don't think I've got anything else for my adventures in Joust with my IRL buds. Just just having a time.
I went to the fair yesterday.
I missed the fair this year and I'm upset about it. I missed the
I
fair the past couple of years.
I feel bad because my oldest, they the illusion, the magic of the fair was wearing off on them, and I could see
Okay.
it, and like they were talking about it this year. You know what I mean?
Uh,
It was
yeah.
because like it was one of the ones where they're like, "Boy, I remember it. There used to be more." You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
didn't it used to be like this, and it's like, "Yep, you're growing up. You're growing up. The magic of the world. I'm sorry, it fades on some things."
Mhm.
Because like the whole time they were there, they were just like, "Oh man, I remember this used to be like so much cooler, and this was better, and this was like this, and this was like that." And I'm like, "Yep,
Yep.
yep.
Exactly that. Yeah.
Times are changing."
You're getting old. How does it feel?
Yeah, I almost wanted to hit her and be like, "Man, you should have seen it when we were kids." And like the fair would be like, you
Oh,
spent a week at the fair, like everybody got the armbands, and you rode rides all day long for an entire week. Like,
right.
yeah, that was cool. And like your parents would just let you run around, and like all the kids did, like, whole
Mhm.
town.
Yep.
And now it's not like that.
No, not one bit. Oh, did you ever win any gems?
No,
Me either.
I I brought this up too. I wouldn't want to win any gyms.
Yeah.
Because uh, I already get a little bit of a compensation each month still from my contribution that I did a couple years ago.
Mhm.
That's more than enough for me, and it's all on PlayStation 2, so I on PlayStation as well. So I don't actually like use any of that stuff because that's where all my skins are. Because fuck you, Sony. Um,
Yep.
yeah, I'd feel bad because I don't really buy skins on PC because all mine are on Sony,
What's the point? Oh, they're all on
and
Sony. Yeah.
I am already given gems, so I personally would prefer if someone else were to win.
Yeah,
That's
that's
just.
fair.
I mean, it'd be cool to win the gems, but um, this is something I found out too back when my very first year as Olympian. Depp might
Mhm.
be able to remember. I
Yep.
used to send. I think I only did it for you guys like 2 months though because of its crossplay wasn't a thing then. Uh,
Mhm.
I used to take my gems that I got sent each month and then send awesome chests to Depp, Willow, Nev, and Freak.
Yeah. Yep. I remember getting some chests.
Yep. And
And I'm
my
maxed out
my
on chests now, so
yeah, my
do you ever log into your PlayStation account to send awesome chests?
excuse me. No, because that's what I was getting at. I found out that year you can
Yeah.
only give away so many gems. You can only give away so many chests. There's a limit.
Really?
There's an actual limit. That's why I stopped doing it because I could no longer send them to you.
Oh.
So I'm like, oh, okay. Well, fuck this then. And that's when I just started buying some shit on my thing. But
Yeah.
that's another reason why I wouldn't want to win because I know I could only give away so many
So
of the.
many.
Yeah.
That's huh. That's interesting.
The only thing I could think of is to A, prevent people from doing what I was doing, right? People who are given free gems
Yeah.
around and giving them out to other people. Um, which I guess makes sense. And the other thing I can only think of is to stop like Russian gem scams, where you get your Russian buddy,
For all those
you
Russian gem scams.
you laugh, but they ban people for that shit.
Absolutely, do it. Ban them.
Well, it's
Yeah.
because the gems are cheaper over there, right? So you
Oh,
get
are
more
they?
bang. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. That's why. That's that.
Well,
No,
shit.
I
I'm gonna
wasn't running
take
my
my
mouth when I
laptop.
say a
I'm gonna
Russian gem
take my
scam.
laptop into Russia, and I'm gonna get me some free gems.
Oh yeah, like there's legitimate people. Well, I don't know about legitimate, but there are legitimately people out there that you send them your information and all that, and they'll log in over in
I'll
Russia.
log in. Yeah.
They'll buy you $100 worth of gems USA, which actually equals out to like $300 worth of gems USA, and
Gotcha.
yeah, give your account back, and then boom, boom,
Mm,
boom. And I see
okay.
that would probably be a way to prevent that, right?
Yep.
Because then they could only gift so many chests and shit that way.
Yep.
Probably. I don't know. I'm kind of assuming.
Maybe. Well, now I'm thinking, like, what about a VPN? Do you even need to get a Russian scammer?
I don't know, but I imagine they probably would fall
Like,
under
that
the
just
same
sounds
thing.
like a
Like,
very poor industry for games. Ooh,
uh,
Frodo G, get in the drink. What do you got? What do you got? Let us know.
Starbucks.
Starbucks. What'd you buy? What'd you get? What do you have? What'd you
I
order?
oh,
You don't
cinnamon
know.
caramel latte.
Ooh, caramel. We love to see it. Okay.
Caramel.
Caramel.
Combine the two. Piss everybody off.
Caramel. Caramel. I'm kidding.
Instead of caramel or caramel, caramel.
Mm-hmm. All right, Frodo G. We're lacking for our main topic this week, and we've kind of been just shooting the shit a little bit here.
I thought this was just kind of a shooting the shit episode. Usually our two mans are a little more laid back.
A little bit more laid back, a little bit more down low. And I feel like the arena change happened. We talked about that,
I
and
haven't
then
played a
we
single game
complained
of
about
arena.
changes that should have happened the week before that. And so, like, I don't know. I feel like I'm at the point where nothing new in Smite. You know,
Honestly, yeah, I'm kind of surprised too because like usually like mid-season has like a bunch of changes and keeps you real excited.
especially like God changes.
Yeah,
Like this is
and
like the last big like push for God changes, and then dial it in for Worlds, right?
yeah, usually yeah. Um,
So
there wasn't like the big mid-season
no, but they
really.
did so they did the huge item change. But
Yeah,
yeah, I
but it
feel
just
like there needs to be like a flurry slurry of God changes that hasn't happened.
yeah, and then like, well, mid-season also usually has like some decent map go with it, and all they did is um
Remove the soul surge.
remove the soul surge.
Yeah. Which is
Yeah,
the
it's weird
point
when
of
the
the
patch
season of
before,
souls.
yeah, the patch before fell. I guess maybe that was kind of the mid, right?
Yeah.
Technically, it was in July or June.
Yeah.
Well, I guess
I don't
mid-season.
know.
I don't know. I don't know. It felt weird.
Yeah.
Kind
I
of
don't
feels
know.
like a weird lull right now. I'm with you on that.
Yeah. Yeah. Unless there's when's the cutoff for the worlds patch? Do you remember? Is it
Are they
October
doing worlds
or
in
November?
January?
They are, yeah.
Then probably November.
November. So there's still time for them to hit it and then dial it in, I suppose.
Yeah.
September, October, November. So if it happens, are we due for a big September patch?
I mean, they usually don't do anything, but we'll see. I'd like to see something exciting happen before worlds, like
Yeah,
something.
yeah. I'm trying to look at like the highlights of the previous patch notes, and like they've had the gem thing going on. There was the bonus update, which that's a bonus update. It's not. And then 2 months ago was Season of Souls. How far apart are the Um, Season of Hope was 5 months ago, so every 3.
Every 3,
So
right? Every quarter.
next month we should have the next um the next season, maybe the next and final season, and maybe that's when the god changes come. So I mentioned Marty. Can you think of any other gods that necessarily need like nerfs or buffs that you
Mm,
can think of?
off the top of my head, no, not really.
Yeah,
But I'm not like super keyed in the meta right now.
yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, not any that I can think of. I
Okay.
just know I'm surprised everything. There hasn't felt like many changes or the game's really evolved at all this year. And I think that's kind of maybe not this year, right? Maybe not this year because like I don't remember when did Chester show up? When did
I think
I think that was last year, right?
at the end
But
of last year, towards the end, yeah.
so this year's just feeling little like there's not adding much to it. Now I will also
I
say that
mean,
I've
like, there's
skated
the
through that because I kind of hopped back into Conquest, so like learning all that stuff has kept some stuff fresh for me.
yeah. So
But
like, there's the beacons, there's the um Titan Unleash Titans. Um,
add the fucking beacon and Unleash Titan in Assault, please.
that would be great. We love that.
I know for a fact that it would be a process. Probably wouldn't happen until next year, if it ever did happen. And
If it happened.
I have been literally told that by Ajax. Like that's a big thing, and it wouldn't happen quickly, which is something I assumed, right?
Yeah.
I didn't think it would be something
Well,
you can literally just copy paste.
and
It's
that would
adding a
be that
whole
would.
nother thing. It would be a map
Oh yeah.
change because you're adding something to the map. It would be a game mechanic change because I'm asking for the Unleashed Titan too. I want it all. Like add the whole fucking
Yeah.
mechanic. So I
Yeah.
get that. I get that it
And
wouldn't.
like, here's the thing. Like, oh, it makes it too steamrolly. Good. Good. Let the team that's winning win. Like, I don't know. You know, if you win the early game, but because the enemy team can just tower sit and not do anything for the next 30 minutes, and then they can win off of a lucky team fight, even though you've been doing great up until that. But like, that doesn't feel good either. You know, like, I understand you want to come back, but I don't know.
No, it doesn't. And I'm with you. It doesn't feel good.
No. So, I think we're due for another, Charon was a month ago. Ishel was before him. And she was 4. So we'll have a new god that might be ready for Worlds too.
Madam Bridget.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she was on the video, but not she hasn't been touched on yet. So
And no, I'm not going to pronounce it any other way till I hear how they pronounce it. It's probably
if
Brigitte. I
anything,
get it.
Brigitte, yeah. My mom Brigitte. But okay. So that's kind of all I got. You know?
Yeah.
And
A lull. We've said it
you
before.
know,
It's a bit of a lull right now.
yeah. Diamond challenge reminder. Hey guys, Labor Day coming up. Get your diamond challenges in.
Um.
Do it to it.
Also, I don't know if we've done this yet,
Yeah.
but casting call. Doing
Testing
a bit of a
call.
casting call, y'all.
Yeah.
In case you haven't noticed, we're down a host. With the rigs retiring, Blaise
Blaise
is
is part time.
only ever supposed to be our part time. He just shows up a lot, which we do appreciate.
Absolutely. Big love for BlaiseMcBaine and Up Your Experience podcast.
That's right. That's right. Uh, but we do need a fourth official host. So I guess if there's any challengers that have a computer, that is a requirement. Sorry, console people. It's not that we have a problem with you, but even when I played on console, I needed a laptop to record. So we need someone with a laptop, not a MacBook, not a fucking Chromebook.
Not a Chromebook.
If it's got the word book in it, it's not a computer. It's not going to work. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And with a laptop,
desktop, laptop,
PC,
yep,
decent mic, even if it's just a headset, we can get you rolling just to get going.
Yep.
Hit us up. Or
we'll have you on as a guest for an episode, and
we can go from there.
We'll see if you like it. You don't have to fully commit. Don't go out and buy a laptop just for us.
Yeah, for real. Or the other thing is, let us know who we should ask if they want to be our host. We've had some people on here that would be good hosts, or maybe there's some other little smaller time community or content creator out there, something like that. We can bring them on, or just anyone in general that you think might be a good addition. Let us know. We have asked. I'll pull back the curtain a little bit. We have asked like J2 Rudo and Bloop because I thought the energy was good with them and all that, but schedules just don't line up with his voice acting and all that. And then Bloop being in California, there's already a bit of a time issue and they're moving, so that didn't work out. But so if there's anyone like that you think might be a good addition.
Yeah, I was gonna say our normal recording time is noon Eastern, so that's 11 Central.
That can change though.
10 going for. I mean, yeah, it's flexible. That's just the time we have set now.
Yeah, that's changed over the years.
That we know we're regularly available as of currently. Just because I know Fro-linktr.ee, you have overtime called on Sundays sometimes, and then Nev has Saturday overtime a couple times a month. So,
yep. And that's another part of it. We kind of would like to get one figured out before winter, because winter is the worst for Nev and I. Because she gets put on overtime on Sunday or Saturdays. I get put on overtime on Sundays. That means we are just usually a down person or down a person.
Yep.
That's why if you listen to the episodes throughout the winter, usually missing neither Nev or I, because we'll have to pick either a Saturday or a Sunday, which means one of us two won't be there.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a feeling this year it probably might be a few more Saturdays, just because Nev with her streams may be a little busy. Who knows?
So yeah, casting call. Good call on that, Fro.
Yeah, casting call. Let us know. Let them know. Get us in contact. As long as it's good vibes. That's all I really ask for, honestly.
Yeah. Good vibes. Generally a positive person. Because
I don't know. We had Riggs and Rick on here.
And I feel like they were generally a positive.
I know. I'm just talking.
It started out generally positive.
Oh no, we had Willow on.
And then, oh fuck. Well, we saw how that worked out, Fro.
Touche, Dep. Touche.
Yeah. So, heck yeah.
I don't know what I've been talking mad shit about the old host lately, and I don't know. I apologize.
What's up with that?
Host.
You've been chucking.
I'm just
Nikki
trying to meme
Sixx,
on y'all. I really have. Like, there's been some fucking 5-year polls.
Dude, God, that's
kidding, Nikki. You didn't have that much of an impact
years.
on my life. I swear I forgot about you.
Was he even here 10 episodes?
I don't know. I think it was like 30.
30
was until Nev. It might have been like 10.
Yeah. There you go.
All I know is he almost destroyed the podcast before it fucking took off.
Well, and that was just because, like always, and it's still our problem to this day, we are the worst at communicating with each other. The absolute worst.
It wasn't literally until today when I realized, or yesterday, that I realized I just never responded to you guys when you're like, hey, can we record at 10?
Oh, yeah.
I just didn't respond. I didn't respond.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like, yesterday, I'm like, oh, I'm going to go through and give him some thumbs up on the shit. Like, it's way too late to actually say anything.
Right,
I'll just do thumbs
right.
up so they look and be like, okay, yeah, he's seen.
Yep. Yeah. It's like,
Which we
I was
usually
looking
have
at
to
him
go
like,
through.
oh yeah. I was like, Fro's usually pretty on top of these messages. If he had a problem with it, I feel like he would have said something. So
Yeah. Like
it was
we
like
used
that, or
to,
Fro doesn't show up, and it's a me and like, hey, happens.
and that's all on me. Like it's one of the ones like I wholeheartedly like I saw the message, right? I was like I was on my phone when the message came through, right?
Yeah.
But I just didn't respond at that moment, and then like I got rid
Mhm.
of the notification, and then it was just gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw, but like we used
Um,
to, and we go through every couple months. We'll go through and have the like, if someone posts something important, make sure you react so we all know or respond or something.
right.
And then a couple months down the road, it falls through. It does happen, but
Yeah.
that's why we do
Shoot,
best
what
when we have
do
a
we?
set time. Like this is our recording time. If you're there, you're there. If you're not there, you're not recording.
Yeah.
Boom.
So it's funny when we started off. Nikki Six and I were Xbox. You and Famous were PlayStation. And so
Correct.
because of that dynamic, I think you guys were under the impression that we were like close friends or something.
Oh, we 100% were thought like freaking. I thought you were all buddy buddy.
Yeah. And
That's kind
because
of
at
like we
that
were
time
like
it
not
was
wanting
just
to say too much because like, oh, fuck, we can't piss them both off. Like our like literally like we can't lose both
yeah.
of our fucking hosts. Like
Well, and um you and Famous were the only ones editing at the time as well, I believe, right? When we first started off. So you guys would hear Nikki just had like little snide comments that he must have muted his mic or he wasn't saying loud enough to get picked up by Discord,
he wasn't
but
saying it loud enough for
Audacity would
Discord,
catch
but
it.
Audacity 100% pick it up.
Yeah. So I think it was you, Fro. You were like, "Hey, are you like friends with Nikki Six or something?" And I'm like, "Not really. Like, I barely know the guy." And you're like, "Oh, okay. He's been talking shit this whole time." Like you
Yeah,
were
yeah.
like,
As soon as I
"Excellent.
found
You're on
out that
our
it's
side."
like, well, it's because initially there was a fifth co-host before we even did our pilot episode. Because yes, we have an episode 0 that I think is gone. It's just
It's
gone at
gone.
this point.
No, I tried listening to like my audio. I didn't say like hardly a fucking thing. And
Yeah.
I was like, this is boring. No one ever wants to listen to this. And like, it wouldn't make sense if I chopped out the silences because it's like responses to a conversation. So,
Right.
you know,
But there was a fifth person before we even did pilot episode 0, that him and I severely did not get along. And like every little meeting we had at the start usually ended with him and I into some sort of disagreement. And I get it, I can be disagreeable sometimes, right? But generally I think
yeah.
I'm agreeable on most things, right? Or at least willing to compromise a lot of times.
Mm-hmm.
Did not do there's something about me and him, we just could not agree on anything. And
Yeah.
him and Nikki were buddy buddy. So I just kind of assumed that like the three of you were all buddy buddy.
Not one bit. Don't even remember the guy.
Well, and also the one time he streamed, I hopped in stream and you were there with him too. So I'm like, God, they always fucking play together too. Fuck.
Shoot, I don't even know, man.
That was the oh god, something barley. What was it? What was it?
Barley.
It's
What are
because
you
it was
talking
on
about?
Mixer. He streamed on Mixer, and I had a Mixer
Oh.
name, and it gave me And remember, I had the what was it, Twisted Barley?
Oh, yeah. No, I remember your fucking.
Because it auto gave me a
Okay.
name.
Gosh, Mixer. That's a time and a half.
We're old. That
I
how's that back
remember
feel?
that.
You remember
Well,
when
shoot,
Smite game was on Mixer?
before it was Mixer, it was Beam. Do you remember that?
No.
It was Beam, and then Beam got bought out by Microsoft, and it became Mixer. I'm pretty sure.
I don't remember pre-Mixer. I thought you meant like Smite game was on something called B. I don't remember that at all.
No, no, because there
Man,
was a
that that must
YouTuber I
have been a
watched today.
lucrative deal for high res to hop
Yeah,
on Mixer.
that's the only thing you can think, right? It's like how much was that number?
How crazy is that? In retrospect, how crazy is it that Microsoft just came to the gaming industry and they're like, here is millions,
Money. Here's money.
millions all over, like
Make us.
Ninja, other
Yeah.
games, various games, just drop in cash, come to our platform, and just like literally shook up the game industry for a couple months, a year, right? Not
Yeah.
the game industry, the streaming industry.
Streaming. Yeah.
But the entire time, every single person in the back of their head knowing we're going back to Twitch as soon as this is done.
Yeah.
Everybody knew. No one said anything out loud, but we all knew Mixer ain't it. Just Mixer ain't it.
Yeah. I don't know when it's like it needs to be established as an indie like company before they can get bought out by the larger corporation. They were Beam, they got bought by Microsoft, they became Mixer. That's when Microsoft tried to push it to make it bigger. They didn't let it develop organically into its own thing before acquiring it. And I think that's where, like Twitch was its own thing before Amazon bought it. You know?
I think more than just that is it didn't. I think he might be right that they didn't develop organically as something because there's a culture behind it too, right?
Yeah. Oh,
There's
absolutely. Like
there's a
there's
Twitch
always
culture.
new platforms coming up, and people are, they get into it as like the cutting edge thing
Yeah,
to
what was that
try
last
and.
one? Like
I mean, there's one
Kick
coming out right now. I
Live
forget what it is,
or yeah,
but
whatever.
um, like there's always going to be something to that tries to compete, and it has to grow on its own before it's like the big company comes in and like ruins it essentially. Like the YouTube Live has worked out because they're already a video platform,
Right.
right? And like they've added in shorts to compete with TikTok. They've added it like it changes all the time. Like it just
Although
little
I'd argue I don't
micro
think YouTube Live's
economies.
super successful.
But it's an option. It's an option, and
Correct.
there's like it's like the third party one. It's like I don't know what the Twitch contract is, but if you're not partnered, I'm pretty sure you could stream on both if you wanted to. Right?
I don't think so.
Hmm.
But there's also weird loopholes where
Right.
it's like a lot of times it's you can't stream the same thing, but not necessarily stream it both at the same time,
Okay.
if I remember correctly. That's come like you have people on TikTok. They'll be streaming like either their phone will be sitting there like pointed at the screen or at
Yeah.
themselves, right?
Right.
And they'll be chit chatting, and it's like, well, I'm not. It's not the same stream as on my Twitch, so I can get away with it.
Right.
I think I'm not
And so
fully
yeah,
sure
there
though.
you go. TikTok has a live feature, right? So there's it'll always be a market, and it just depends if the company develops organically.
Dude, TikTok lives are fucking weird though.
Oh, they're weird, yeah. I'm not saying that that's like a like big mainstream competitor, but the amount of people on TikTok and then that do like it's the just chatting category of Twitch, right?
Yeah, I think it probably succeeds better at that
Right.
by far. Because I would say most TikTok lives are essentially just chattings.
Well, you can use it on your phone. So if you've got like a portable battery pack, you could do it anywhere. You're not locked into like a computer setup,
Right. But
you
you could
know?
also do it from your computer still.
Absolutely. Yeah. So
A lot of people don't realize you can hop on TikTok.
that's how I watch all of the clips that Fro-G sends me. Open them up on my desktop.
Kind of weird.
Why?
Don't use your phone.
No.
I was gonna say
Not for the clips you send me. I don't particularly like using Discord and following shit on my phone. The less time I can spend on my phone, that's great. I love that.
that's fair.
Like if I'm at my house, like my phone is not like a real priority to me at all. Like I'll keep the ringer on, but like it's not in my hand doing stuff. Like I'm playing with my phone case. Like there's no actual phone in here. I'm just fucking with it.
Step's a serial killer. We've brought this up a few times.
Hey, listen, Fro, okay? Someone needs to do it. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Oh. No, not into true crime or any of the things like that, believe it or not. I am not a basic white woman.
That's more of a woman thing, I thought. Isn't the
Yeah.
stereotype that women are into true crime?
Just like a white person thing, right?
I thought it was a woman thing. I don't know. Feel like we're in some bad territory for two white dudes, though.
You know, it might be. Hey, two white dudes in in plain shirts. Oh, what else? What else can we hit with this one? Casting call two white dudes in plain shirts. Oh, okay. I think I'm done. I'm done.
Okay, all right.
Fro-G, do we have people to thank?
We do have people to thank. We have a whole bunch of people to thank because we
I
have
believe there are patrons.
They are our patrons. You can hop to our Patreon and sign up for that if you want to become one of our patrons. And join this long, long, wonderful list of beautiful people. Aerosteel, Asbestos Dog, Bria Chia Pet, Weatherman, Jade Flagon, The Big Red Baseball, Griff, Bombi, Danny Boy, Caveman, Neo, Coffin Monkey, City Arlets, Gilly, Snorlax, Weatherman, Adios, Sir Ember, K-Brojo, Famous Freak, Stoffmeister, Backlash, Sadons, Dr. Godfucker, Lantern, Reese, Warlord, Yo, Bats Kid, Echo Dunk, Doc, Necros, Otterjoe, Riggs, Dracon Prime, Glenn Wiggle, Granite Boys, Camel Hoss, Void vs. Void, Enbright, Sloppy Satch, Cyan, Gemini, Batman, Sandman, Aquasoft, Kilowatt Man, I'm a Hater, Mr. Man, Colorado, Amberbug, Folk Hero. Thank you all very, very much.
Thank you, guys. We love it.
This has been a real chill episode. Sorry it's been so lax, everyone. Like, it's super early.
You know,
We're doing a 10 o'clock recording.
it's a
But,
bit earlier.
I'm sorry if it just hasn't been exciting for y'all. It's been nice and relaxing for me, though. I'm not going to lie.
Oh yeah, and we've still got our whole day ahead of us, Fro. It's supposed to be a beautiful day today. Do you have
Yes, I
any
got
good
some
plans?
cooldowns
You got anything
later
going
tonight.
on? Oh, do we have cooldowns this week though?
Fuck, Depp, you're right. We might not have cooldowns again. God damn it.
Yeah.
I'll have to check. You know what? All right. So, on Epic, I believe, they had Assassin's Creed Valhalla on sale.
Ooh.
75% off. And it was $15. And I'm like, all right.
Is it off now? Is it still?
I think it ended the
Can
15th.
I get it? Fro?
Sorry,
Fuck
I didn't
you,
know.
Fro.
I didn't know you were into it. I'm sorry. You can go take another look or check Steam.
Yeah, I'll
But
probably look at it.
I was like, all right, I'm not super huge into the Assassin's Creed, right? But it's Viking, so I'm like, fuck it, and I'm trying to like do a lot of like, if I'm not doing Smite or like Dungeons and Dragons shit, I'm trying to keep my content like maybe more Norse Viking theme type shit. So I'm like, all right, I'll definitely be checking this out, right? I picked it up. My Twitch payout came through, right?
Mm-hmm.
Also picked up Baldur's Gate 3. So if cooldowns
Oh, the
isn't an
things I've
option
heard.
tonight,
Yeah.
I heard that game's a blast. Like I heard it's really good. But so if cooldowns might not be an option, I might be doing one of those two. The
I
only
typed in
downside
Assassin's
is
Creed into Steam, and holy fuck, there is so much. There is so much Assassin's Creed.
yeah, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them.
Well, and then like just DLCs and shit.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. That's probably a lot.
Yeah.
But
Like there's because
yeah, the
there's
only downside,
Valhalla, Wrath
and I
of the Druids. There's Valhalla, the Siege of Paris. See? Valhalla, Dawn of Ragnarok.
just got the regular base game, $15. That's I mean, I guess it might be more. I don't
Assassin's
know.
Creed Syndicate Steampunk Pass.
I heard Syndicate's kind of ass.
Okay.
That's if I remember correctly. But yeah, so I know Nev's brought it up in the past, but here's like a downside to why I kind of don't want to stream something that's not Smite, especially on Sunday. Is a
Yeah.
Sundays are usually my best stream days. Um, I have the most amount of people show up and all that.
Mhm.
Usually 4 cooldowns,
Yeah.
and then lastly, people just don't show up if you're not streaming Smite. Like
Yeah.
very sad thing, but if I were to load up Baldur's Gate, I would
The
have 2 lurkers and no one else show up.
Yeah.
And other people can attest to this, like Blaise. If when next time he's on, if we ask him, he'll say the same thing. Nev will tell you 100% if she streams anything that's not Smite, like people aren't gonna show up.
Yeah.
Especially now that for her, I think it's, I guess not worse, but maybe worse is the proper word.
Yeah.
Being on Smite game and being becoming a lot more established as an actual Smite.
Hmm. I
Uh,
think what you have to do if you want to do something like that to build an audience and play different games, you have to look at a game that has a very low saturation of people viewing versus the amount of streamers. Because there's a small chance that people raid after they're done streaming, right? And they generally want to stick within the category. Generally. So if you put yourself into a category that's not as
Super
saturated
saturated.
with the number of streamers in it, there's a more likelihood that people that want to view that game will pop into your stream to see at least what you're about. So, and that's where being a really good uh, person who like streamer that engages with their audience helps out. That's why I could never do it. I'm ass at engaging with a chat. I would sidecar a stream. I would be there sitting next to the person and I'd be like reading through chat for them. And then also like watching them play the game. I would love that. I'd fucking sidecar the shit out of somebody streaming.
Depp, you do it for me all the time. I'm not sure if you
Yeah.
know this. Like I love when Depp
What?
joins me streaming. It's great. It
Yeah.
really does ease up the tension and all that for me. Someone to talk to
Yeah.
is always just helpful. Because if you don't have someone who's in chat actively typing and talking, it's real hard to like sit there
Yeah.
talking to no one, especially when you can see that your viewer count's like 1, 2,
Yep.
3, right? It gets rough. It does. It does. Uh, if you have someone to
Oh, yeah.
chat with while you're
Hey
doing it,
Fro, if you ever need me to even just lurk for a stream just to give you that extra viewer, let me know. I'll pull you up on a device and let it sit.
I appreciate it, man. I stream every Sunday.
Heck
Some
yeah.
cooldowns. You're
I'll
usually
be
there.
there. I'll be there. Right, right. Yeah. I'm usually partied up for that, aren't I?
Yeah.
When there's cooldowns.
hmm That are
Yeah.
my Wednesday conquest streams, because that's another one that's been pretty
Yeah,
successful.
I
Is
didn't see
Wednesday
that one this
conquest
past
streams.
week, but you said you've been
I
busy, so
I didn't do it this week, and I was gonna make an announcement. I just been dog tired,
yeah.
super tired and busy. Didn't even make a schedule thing for this week, which I apologize to everyone. Probably should have. I guess
Just use the
on the
schedule
plus
from
side,
last week.
well, I can't because I was like, said I was gonna play some fucking Conquest. I said I was gonna play some MOTD, and yeah, I didn't do that either.
Didn't do that either. Yeah.
On the plus side, I guess I'll bring in a little bit of positivity before we wrap this up here.
We love it.
My D&D TikTok.
Yeah. You still regularly releasing?
I am, right? It's only been a week.
Okay.
These fucking things, dude, are... So the TikToks themselves are getting like a couple hundred views, which is like cool. That's really cool. It's a decent amount, right?
Yeah.
I've uploaded a few of the shorts to YouTube as well.
Okay.
Dude, I have 23,000 views across like 12 TikToks or 12 YouTube
It's
shorts.
not bad.
That's not bad.
It's not bad at all.
Depp, what do you mean that's not bad? My G wishes they could get that. Like, I did that. I'm like, please, anyone go check out our podcast.
Fro double G, if we could take clips of our video and make them into like fucking shorts. If we wanted to like go full time, I'm sure all of us could work something out to where we just put in more time and effort into that. We've all got jobs.
Yep.
We've all got jobs, and you and Nev are doing your own straight. Like, if we all wanted to technically commit to Bot G, like, we could make a like fucking business out of it, I'm sure.
Well, all right, and I guess we'll peel back the curtains again. But years ago, we did have this conversation.
Yeah.
We had different hosts at that time too, that I think changed a bit of the dynamic.
Oh, for sure.
But there was talks of almost making like a Bot G podcast production studio.
I think that was like if one of us won the lottery or something. Like we could get our own like
no. Yeah,
studios.
Someone
move
joked
everyone
about,
out.
well, no. Someone joked about that, right? But no, like
that was me.
Remember that we did have actual conversation about like we could make an actual like podcast production company and produce and edit podcasts for people. But
yeah, it's a lot of work.
Yeah, and it just never
came
up,
out.
and we never went anywhere with that. But I remember like there was that actual discussion, and no one ever gave necessarily enough effort where like, yeah, this is actually gonna be something that we're gonna pursue.
Oh,
it was just a pipe dream someone had.
Yeah. So if anyone wants to be the pipe dream of Bot G, let us know.
I mean, I'll
be part-time.
I'll
be part-time.
It's hard to run multiple podcasts and stream. Had a lot of irons in the fire. Like, it'd be easy if I was just like, boom, here's editing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
If we had a business manager and an editor, and then all of us could just focus our time on the content. You know.
Well, so I had the opposite problem where it's like, oh, if I just, I guess, yeah. I had both, where it's like, if I could just focus my time on the content, and then there was the other aspect to be like, well, if I could just not have to spend the hour and a half recording, I could just edit. If I didn't have to try to come up with a topic, if I didn't have to do research, right?
Right. Speaking of research, we should do a drunk lore soon.
We should.
Yeah.
Plus, holidays are coming up.
Yep. Yeah.
Holidays are perfect time for some drunk lores.
Yeah.
Hit us up with some suggestions in the Discord. Add us.
Yeah, we've got a channel for that. Ideas and shit, and then feedback suggestions.
We need to get rid of one of those.
Yeah, they're kind of the same thing.
Yeah, we need to consolidate our Discord. The only reason we haven't is because we need to transfer one from the other. There's a lot in both.
Yeah.
But the one's kind of thinning out. But yeah, I think it's time to slim down
Ideas
the
and
Discord
shit's pretty small. We could.
One of the two is only limited to patrons. We need to just open them both.
Yeah.
Whatever one.
Well, at that point, open feedback and suggestions and
yep.
remove ideas and shit.
Yep. And there's some other channels we can slim down.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like we've gotten a little out of hand. But hey, that's the podcast. We've already said our thank yous. We will see you guys.
Yeah, we just added another 30 minutes or 20 minutes at the end. My bad.
Yeah,
That's all on
that's
me.
cool.
Whatever.
Hey, keep listening. Hopefully they listen, or else they missed out. I'm sure there's some people that start hearing thank yous and they just dip.
There probably is.
But there's other that live for the song.
Well, I do know there's some people who like Bright. I know Bright hasn't been listening as much, but Bright always used to comment on the songs.
Oh yeah.
And I'm sure there's other people that are like, "Hey, hold on."
Oh, you can tell who's editing.
20 minutes.
Nev does the Crab Rave. I always do an NCS track.
I always do an NCS track as well. I don't know why she always does Crab Rave. You can just literally go to the NCS website and download a song.
Yeah.
For free.
Yep.
Just include the thing in there. Yeah.
Yep. All right. See you guys.
Bye. Bro has stopped recording.
I have stopped recording.
Once I can get the video. Stop the video. Goodbye video.